If you've got a smaller head like I do, you've probably had trouble finding a helmet that fits correctly. Paddling shops are a great resource to help with these types of issues, so I hit up Kristen at the River store to see what recommendations she had for me.
Hey Kaylee. Hey Kristen, how can I help you?
Hey, so you helped me with my helmet on adjusting the fit. I was wondering if you could share with us about how to modify helmets.
Heck yeah, let's go over the helmets and talk about it.
Cool. Let's talk about fit.
So helmets, the kind of general guideline that I like to tell everyone who comes to the shop is you want your helmet to fit like a nice hug. Not too tight, but not too loose. So if it's too tight, you're going to get a headache on the water and it's going to distract you in a big rapid. If it's too loose, the helmet's not going to do its job well. And then for smaller paddlers, a lot of people gravitate towards the WRSI. We're working with circles and ovals. A lot of smaller heads are circular. WRSI is a circular shaped helmet shell. And then a popular oval shaped helmet shell is the Sweet Strutter. So if you have more of a narrower head, longer front to back, a more oval shaped helmet's going to fit you better. If you have a more circular head, WRSI, more of a circular helmet shell is going to fit you a lot better.
Cool. So once we do select our helmet, how do we make sure it fits properly?
That is a horrible fit, Kaylee.
So I selected a helmet, but it still doesn't quite fit right. What do I do to customize it for myself?
So the first question there is, where did it not fit correctly for you still? Was it front to back, or was it side to side?
For mine, it's definitely side to side. When I stick it on, I can move it, and it just like wiggles all day long.
Awesome. So thankfully, there's something we can do for that. If it felt too tight front to back, I'd say grab a different helmet size. So for side to side, what we can do is add foam. And so you can either put in this full piece or cut it up and, kind of do a DIY foam job.
Sweet. So I actually did that. You helped me with that a few months ago. So I have a WRSI. If I pull this guy up, then here you can see I actually did place some foam in there. Had to replace it on the river, so I got a little bit of athletic tape doing the job there. But also I see there's also another adjustment point on this helmet. Can you talk about that?
So yeah, WRSI started many, many years ago after a son had passed away and his family wanted to help alleviate the problem that caused his passing. And that was the helmet on the wearer's head sliding back and exposing the forehead. So they went to MTI, they did a bunch of research, a bunch of prototyping, and created this lovely O-brace system. This guy's only job is to prevent a helmet from sliding back on the wearer's head. Its ideal placement is at the base of your skull, where your skull meets your neck. If it's higher, it doesn't do its job. If it's lower, you're not going to be able to put your head back comfortably. So it's a pain in the butt to fix and change. If you're uncomfortable doing it, we have shop people here. I've been changing these for 6 years. While it's scary, I've never broken one yet. WRSI helmets used to come with a fit kit that you could put into your helmet. They no longer do, so here at the River Store we've gotten a little creative. We have a bunch of leftover shred-ready foam that has been super helpful with all of our customers who need to fit their WRSI helmet. The really fun thing about this helmet is you can take the liner completely out. So one, if your helmet's super stinky, you can throw it in the washer. Saves everyone's day. But two, when it comes to putting the foam pieces in there, they've actually set it up perfect to integrate with these shred-ready foam pieces. So say you needed a little foam just kind of all around in general, slide it through these pieces, don't have to worry about Velcro or glue. And then all you have to do is pop your liner back in. And go paddle on the river.
And what does that do as far as it being on the back side of the helmet?
So I have had some history with concussions, so my head's fairly sensitive, especially on my forehead. So when I put foam in people's helmets, I usually pat out the back first and then the forehead, depending on what they need, just from my preference. So by patting out the back first, it's kind of just adding some cushion and alleviating a little pressure on the forehead.
Okay.
That's the most common thing I've experienced. And then depending on how this helmet fits the person, if they still needed a little more on the temples, we can cut these guys in half and then add some more on the temple. They do have a Velcro piece to kind of hold it on there. And then you can get that helmet snug like a nice hug.
I love that. Okay, so that is going to be the current. Why don't we talk about the sweet protection now?
So we just recently got sweet, and it definitely is been a very popular helmet. For people who are getting into bigger class water, the trend definitely is to buy into a sweet helmet. That being said, WRSI is still an amazing option. So sweet helmets, right off the bat, are definitely a lot more cushiony on the inside versus the WRSI. Sweet, in general, has more of a fit right off the shelf feel. And in part, that's because there is so much cushion. But say you did need a little extra padding in there, it does come with a full fit kit of various options. And then the foam is sticky back. So you can stick it in there and it won't go anywhere. So when you're putting the foam into the sweet, instead of putting it on the inside like that, you can actually peel these pieces back, and then you have nice little pockets for your foam. And so again, just my trend, I always start from the back of the head. You can plop it in there, and then when the helmet's on, it's not going to slide down, it's going to stay in that nice little pocket inside. And then one removable piece in the very top, you can take that guy out, plop some foam up here. Maybe you just need a little more padding right on the crown. Plop that guy back in, and you're ready to go on the water and paddle.
All right, guys, so that's how you get a perfect fit. Remember, it's really important to get that fitting correctly because it's going to prevent against injury as well as help you stay focused on the river. So it's not moving around and all that stuff. So if you have any questions, check out your local shop. They'd be happy to help you make sure that fits correctly. And also you can drop questions down below. We'd be happy to answer them. And we'll see you out on the river. Okay, bye.